Hail, because it's time for a brand new edition of Comics Should Smell Good from Zanadu Comics here in downtown Seattle, and it is Super Bowl week, so go Seahawks. We know you're going to win, you're going to bring it home, but we have our Super Bowl, a super showdown of our own of amazing comic books. So let's kick it off this week. First of all, just don't go to the internet. Don't do any. Just read this before you do anything else.
Well, they're already on the internet.
Oh, okay. Don't search for anything about this until you can read it. You need to read this unspoiled, like I just did, and have your mind blown. Bendis. Blown. So as you know, there was this the last will and testament of Professor X. Unearthed this great secret. There's this mutant that's like Dark Phoenix is somewhere going, damn, I'm getting the hell out of the way. This guy is so powerful, and of course they're Cyclops and Magneto and Magic's trying to help, but everyone's trying to control this guy, and so it doesn't go well. And so you have a lot of supposedly deep fried dead mutants, Shield on the attack, and then Eva Bell, who's one of my favorite new creations by Bendis since he took over all new X-Men. She kind of does this really weird Gambit, not Gambit, the card guy, so to speak, but a bold move, if you will, exactly. That kind of just could set a whole new stage for everything. I don't know, give away what it is, but it's a whole new other twist on the time travel. The time continuum is already screwed up, but this is really going to make it screwed up and set things in a whole new direction. But literally, as you're reading this, you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I'm gonna take a few moments to get
right.
myself together.
Compose yourself,
and let you guys take over.
All right, I've got another Uncanny book for you here. This time, the first issue of the new volume of Uncanny Avengers by Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna, the team that brought you Planet X last year. This case, they're bringing the Uncanny Avengers, Vision, Sabretooth, Dr. Voodoo, all new Captain America, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and Rogue.
Is he still Doctor now that he's...
Yes, he is still Dr. Voodoo. Now he's the Hungan Supreme, not the Sorcerer Supreme. He was just like...
Whoa, wait, they made a whole sub thing for...
Right.
Hey, cool. Magic is very, very complicated.
Hey, man, you know.
He earned that PhD. And inverted Sabretooth.
Yes, inverted Sabretooth, who also appears in this week's Wolverines. But they are on not Planet X, but Counter-Earth this time. Because Rick Remender is just not interested in writing a comic that takes place on Earth.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
then he couldn't kill people.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
That kind of defeats the whole purpose.
They're facing off against the the High Evolutionaries. Same thing, basically. The High Evolutionaries, next men, new men, the animal people, basically battle beasts. And Quicksilver is pretty much being as close to his Days of Future Past version that they can make him without actually making him a teenager. But he's got a lot of the same snark and wit that Peter David gave him back in the 90s in X Factor.
Nice.
And of course, since it's Rick Remender, horrible, horrible things happen to everyone within the first issue.
Exactly. Yeah. And this also picks up the big storyline that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they're not Magneto's kids. So who are they? What's their whole story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got...
Didn't you read Axis, bro? What's wrong with
No,
you?
I was reading Super Dinosaur. You know why? Because Super Dinosaur doesn't tie in with anything. Super Dinosaur has a friggin' dinosaur in it that's got his own little robot suit. He's got little, joysticks because his arms are so small. So he's got big arms that go around. He's got a snowsuit, and he's got a spy outfit. Or don't you? Yeah, totally. Yeah, the Video Monkey is absolutely behind me on this. This is the 4th collection of the awesome all-ages Robert Kirkman book. One of the many things Robert Kirkman does that most people don't know about. But yeah, I mean, it's dinosaurs fighting dinosaurs, kid scientists, other crazy mad scientists from other dimensions. It is the best Saturday morning cartoon that we will never have. But we have comic books. Art by Jason Howard, the guy who's doing trees right now, too, which is really a nice, different kind of style for him. So, Super Dinosaur.
My next pick is Inhuman, and this picks up. Here's the thing, Ryan Stegman, I love you for giving Medusa her Axis power brave. I hope she keeps it. I mean, I think it's really cool. She can use this thing like a giant red chain link super fits weapon. It's awesome. But anyway, if you know, she was kind of inverted during the whole Axis thing, and she's still not really over it. And the Inhumans kind of kicked her out of New Adelan, so she's kind of on her own, doing her own thing, and it's really weird, who's going to take over the throne of New Adelan. Meanwhile, this new character called Reader, he's really awesome. He's this blind super guy with a super inhuman dog. something like that.
Now, is it like Lockjaw, or was it a dude who got turned into
He's
a
not
dog, or is it just a
Lockjaw.
dog?
I mean, Lockjaw is the baddest, awesomest dog in comics to me. But this is a whole new kind of dog. So, we could have the Inhuman Super Pets spin-off series eventually. But anyway, there's this whole other conspiracy. Well, everything's going on in New York and New Adeland. There's this other cool thing going on with this weird Inhuman secret corporation and this guy who's like stealing young new humans as they've appeared in readers. It's all coming together in a big. Hopefully, I can't wait for all the new kid and reader to hook up with Medusa and all the other new humans like Dante and all those other cool ones they have. A lot of fun. Charles Soule's created a great new kind of mythology within a mythology we've always had. And Ryan Stegman, I love his art, especially like I said, the Medusa.
It's really cool.
Yeah, he really knocks it out of the park on that book. And I have got our first DC book of the week here with the Multiversity Guidebook.
Yes.
Multiversity is taking a break from its regular issues this month, but bringing you information on every single one of the 52 Earths in the new 52 continuity. Every single one. I don't think that's ever been done before. And not just that, it's not just a who's who of alternate Earths, but there's actual comic stories in here. You've got the Chibi Batman and the Chibi Justice League from way back in Superman Batman.
Oh, that Raphael Albuquerque
Yes,
stuff.
that amazing story, facing off against the Legion of Savannahs we saw in Thunderworld, as well as Earth 51 with Commandy and Biomac.
Yes!
Which, if OMAC wasn't already cool enough, you put a nice silver coat of paint over him, he's like 10 times more awesome. And it actually links into the ongoing narrative of Multiversity, because yes, there is an actual ongoing narrative there. It's not just really cool stories.
No, it's true. It ties together. From Image this week, Bitch Planet, number 2. I'm sure you heard about this book. It has been, tearing up the interwebs, as these things tend to do. Women in prison, but with a decidedly feminist twist. Kelly Sue DeConnick and Valentine DeLandro continue their kind of grindhouse action thing going on here. And I've really been digging the kind of old school comic ads in the back. And I think you can actually order this poster. In fact, you can. It has... It's got Fraction and DeConnick's P.O. box on here, so you can...
That's dangerous.
I was going to say, that is kind of dangerous, so you didn't hear it from me.
Well, those women rule that planet, but Selena Kyle rules Gotham City. This is kind of a double feature here. I'll start with Catwoman first, the new Catwoman. As you know, Selena Kyle, in the pages of Batman Eternal, she kind of found out her legacy, and she's kind of ditched the costume, and she is taken over the Gotham underworld, and she's like stealing from all the bad guys. She set up a whole new empire, and Batman confronts her in this issue, and this kind of ties into also Batman Eternal 43. Now, if you remember way back in Batman 28, we saw a vision of the future in which Batman and Harper Row as Bluebird, who debuted last week in action for the first time in Batman Eternal 42, Batman and her kind of confront Selena Kyle in her like underground casino fortress. And she's got Stephanie Brown as the spoiler, and how this all ties into the weird kind of one of the through lines with the nanite invasion all through Gotham City. But so it really picks up, it kind of loops all that back together, a really big issue, but takes you in some twists that I did not see coming. It kind of lets you know what happened up to that moment, and then what happens after, and really, really cool. So if you're a huge fan, especially of Harper Row and Stephanie Brown, this is a great issue. And I gotta tell you, I love Selena Kyle. I mean, I always love Catwoman, I love her in that, but I really love Selena Kyle as the Queen of Gotham. It's also, maybe it's called that fix because I really love Jada Pinkett Smith on Gotham right now as Fish Mooney. So, women without costumes, but with a lot of power in Gotham right now, in comics and on TV.
It's also worth mentioning that Batman number 38 is out this week, part 4 of the Endgame story. Snyder and Capullo bringing the Joker to a place that he's never been before. But my real... Oh, right? It's not like you said that about Death of the Family.
No,
But my real pick for you right now is They're Not Like Us, number 2. This is probably the angriest angry youth comic since Angry Youth Comics. It starts out with the crew. I forget what they're... Do they have a name? Or...
I don't think so.
Yeah,
they're too hip to have
strange people these strange young people who have these abilities that other people don't, who live in this house by themselves, plotting. Just straight up, like, beating the crap out of hipsters for, like, 4 pages in the front here. And it kind of shows you that they are the protagonists, but they're not good people. They just kind of aren't.
Anger is an energy.
Exactly.
Wow.
Sounds like
That
X-Men
quote on the
meets
back
Deadly
there?
Class.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Essentially, yeah. With a little bit of Nowhere Men thrown in there
Well,
because,
'cause it's-
Eric
yeah.
Stevenson can't get over the fact that
No.
Nowhere Men hasn't finished yet.
Right,
And
no.
neither can I.
No. And for all of you fantasy fans out there and fans of card games, Munchkin, #1, with a whole group, a whole host of people. Got Tom Siddell, Mike Holmes, Jim Zub of Skull Kickers fame, and John Kovalik, of course, created Munchkin. Comes with a special card, and it is... Munchkin is a comic, because if you can't use your own imagination, this is it for you. It's moves, you just gotta... Yeah. Anyway. But my real pick, much like Morgan, a bit of a feint, Danger Club from Image Comics. This has been gone for like a year and a half. You probably don't remember it, and I don't blame you, because it's been like a year and a half.
I remember.
Landry Q. Walker, Eric Jones. This comic is vicious. You want to talk about anger is an energy. The friggin', I think the last issue was when everything got, blown up and they were in the stadium and the kid was...
The lead character got shot in the head.
Yeah, in the head.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Invincible level violence where people are just getting, punched to a pulp. But I'm very happy for this to be back. I think there's a trade. There is a trade. The trade's available for the first 5 issues, so pick that up if you're interested.
My final pick of the week is Harley Quinn 14, and this goes out. This was, when I previewed this was the #1 news story of 2014 on comicsblend.com, my site. So God bless you, all you Harley Quinn fans, for sharing and reading this and sharing this thing over and over and over again. So this is a great story. I mean, Amanda O'Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, they kind of set a new thing. She's not just the Joker's girlfriend. She's kind of on her own. She's living on Coney Island, and in this one, she's still not over her ex-boyfriend, Mason McCobb. And so this is kind of romantic hijinks, and will Harley Quinn fall in mad love? And will she do some crazy things to get her man back? And it's also worth noting that it's a double Harley Quinn this week, because she's also appearing in Deathstroke #4 as Slade goes back to Gotham City looking for his past, and he has a kind of a run-in with his fellow Suicide Squad member, and that's going to lead into a bigger confrontation with a guy in a bat and a cape and a cowl and some ears next month.
I wonder who that would
for
be.
that one. So
Yeah.
Talking about Batwing, right?
yeah, Batwing.
Dude, because
So
Batwing
thank you
is
again,
awesome.
Harley Quinn fans. This one's for you. Go out and support her.
And my last pick of the week here is from Image, an oversized #1, The Dying and the Dead by Jonathan Hickman and Ryan Bodenheim, the team that brought you Red Mask for Mars and more recently Secret.
That never finished. Wait,
it
why are they
finished.
doing another... Oh, did it
finish.
Okay, I was like, wait, did that last issue even come out?
Took like a year between the last 2 issues. It was great though. They really craft amazing stories. They, play within genres, definitely. Red Mask for Mars was super sci-fi.
Yeah.
Also a bit of superhero
That one
stuff
was
in
cool.
there.
Yeah, I really like that.
Secret was, it was corporate espionage and spies and stuff. And this is Indiana Jones. For old people.
Like you.
Who are we pointing to?
Sam?
We're just assuming that this person is old?
Well, they read comics for most people. Kids
Right,
don't read
yeah,
comics.
kids don't
Come on,
like
what are
comics
you
at all.
crazy?
Oh.
They gotta use their imagination and move that crap on their own.
This is a huge first issue. It's gonna be great. About an aging adventurer who is offered a chance to save his dying wife. Of course, it comes on the cost of one last adventure, which never, ever, ever ends well.
No.
This will definitely be a fun ride.
Very cool. And my last pick, because apparently Image is paying our paycheck this week. Casanova. Yes. Asadia. Casanova, #4. Well, the 4th season of it, if you will. Matt Fraction, art chores by the diabolical duo, twin brothers of Fabio Moon and Gabriel Ba. I don't know if they're twins, but I don't know. But it's a comic about alternate twins done by alternate twins. It's like meta, man. Can you feel it with your mind? Is it mushy? But no, genuinely. The first time I ever read this comic is when I fell in love with Matt Fraction. The idea of who Matt Fraction can be. Like Steranko type of thing. And this is just... It's been so long. Casanova has no memory of anything. He washes up in L.A., in our L.A., and, what's a super spy to do when you can't remember who you are? You become a big Hollywood producer, and, you bang a lot of cool women, and you do crazy stuff, and, it's what Casanova Quinn does. It's awesome. But if you don't read this, I'll personally slap the taste out of your mouth, genuinely. So you better read
What
it.
taste? If they're not reading it, you don't have it.
There you go. See.
So you may lose your sense of taste, but never
Yeah.
lose your sense of smell because, I brought it all back home. Comes
Get
you
that.
smell good.
See, and this is why he opens and ends.
Thank you very much. Go Hawks.
That's
Thanks,
right.
everyone.
Team,
See you
bye-bye.
guys.